It's nearly time for the fourth historic Formula Ford race of the weekend from the Croft Nostalgia Festival. The second championship race of the weekend, round 9 of the 2016 season. Cars head out towards the collecting area where the cars will gather before the start of what will be a 20-minute race around the Croft circuit. It will be Callum Grant that goes off pole position after winning the earlier race, with Rob Wainwright and Mark Shaw behind, Ben Tusting alongside Speed Sport Classic Team Merlin teammate Danny Stansel and Ben Sims on row 3, then Will Nuttall and James Buckton. The Neil Fowler Motorsport Ravens, Robert Tusting and David Wild on row 5, then Neil Shinner and Ed Thurston, who won the heat earlier on. Ross Driver, Andrew Wiggins, Roland Spencer make up the top 15. The 32 car grid that should be taken to the circuit for this one. And we are right on board with the pole map. This is Callum Grant. The red lights are already on and they are waiting. Out they go. And it wasn't the greatest of starts there from Callum Grant. So that means Rob Wainwright takes the lead. Mark Shaw down the inside to take second place. They head down towards Clare over the first time. Shaw's going to challenge Wainwright, but he can't make it through. It is Wainwright that leads, and in second place is Shaw. Tusting challenging Grant for third. It's Ben Sims going around the outside to take fifth position. And Danny Stansel there's a big look up and a car up in the air. That was Kevin Stansel. So is he going to be able to continue? That was the car going fairly high up in the air, but everybody's just about sort of made it through. On board with Ben Sims as we head down towards Tower Bend, and he goes to the outside of Ben Tusting. They're 3 wide up ahead for the lead. That's Grant on the outside, Wainwright in the middle, and Shaw on the inside. Shaw was leading, he's dropping back. Sims is challenging Tusting. They're side by side heading down towards the Jim Clark S. It's a very exciting first part of this race. It's Wainwright that leads, but he's coming under pressure from Callum Grant. Grant's down the inside over the curve. Wainwright so hanging on the outside. He's later on the brakes into Sonny, and he leads the way. It's Callum Grant in second, early race leader Mark Shaw down in third position. Wainwright all over the curve on the exit of the corner. Grant's got a better exit. He looks to the outside and towards the complex, but Wainwright defending well, staying ahead. On board with Danny Stansel through the complex. See up ahead, Ben Sims still challenging Ben Tusting. Stansel behind, by the looks of things, Rob Tusting as we exit the hairpin to complete lap 1. Back on board with Callum Grant, he's got a good toe on Rob Wainwright. He goes to the inside. Wainwright not able to defend early enough, and Grant takes the lead. So Callum Grant leads, second is Wainwright. They're pulling away from the rest of the field. It's Shaw in third, Sims is up to fourth ahead of Tusting. Then you've got Rob Tusting and Danny Stansel. Will Nuttall leads the next group of cars as they make their way through. You can see there the yellow Eldon of Ed Thurston, 16-year-old in his first weekend in cars. He won the heat earlier on in convincing fashion. Side by side, this is Ben Sims continuing his run through the field. He's on the outside of Mark Shaw into Tower Bend, and they're still alongside one another. But Sims carrying the speed around the outside to go up the position into third. There's a big gap between the cars of Grant and Wainwright. Can Sims close them in? Sims in the Jomo. It's the Eldon for Rob Wainwright in second. Race leader Callum Grant's in a Merlin. Danny Stansel can ride back on board with him. He's behind the Neil Fowler Motorsport car of Robert Tusting. Up ahead, the Classic Team Merlin runner Ben Tusting, son of Rob, into the complex, and Stansel was looking to the outside of Robert Tusting, couldn't find a way through. How about down towards the hairpin? He looks to the inside. Rob Tusting defends that at the last moment and stays ahead. Sideways out the corner for Stansel. Through Clairvaux, Callum Grant leads the way. Second is Wainwright. Third is Sims. Then you've got Shaw and Tusting, then Rob Tusting, Danny Stansel. Then Will Nuttall leads the next group. James Buckton is behind him. Rose Spencer leading the next group of cars through, and Alex Meek leading the next gaggle. Lots of battling all the way through the field in historic Formula Ford. Massive grids we've had all season, when we had a heat earlier on to decide who would make it into this championship point scoring race. Ben Sims, he continues to run third. He started defender. That's because Mark Shaw is challenging. He's on the outside line, but Sims late on the brakes trying to hang on to that position. Yes, he's got third still. He's quick through Tower Bend, but you can see he was under pressure. Mark Shaw was nose to the head into the corner. And now Shaw is challenging on the other side of Sims through the Jim Clark S's. He puts his car down the inside and he goes up into position. He's into third and he's been followed by his teammate Ben Tusting. So through the Jim Clark S's, Ben Sims has gone down to fifth from third. Through Sunny, they make their way now then. The order Shaw, Tusting, Sims, but out over the grass it's Mark Shaw, and that means Ben Tusting can challenge. He's looking to the inside. Sims is later on the brakes on the outside. Who's going to head through the complex in front? Well, at the moment it's Shaw, Tusting late on the brakes to stay ahead of Sims. Exciting racing here, as we've come to expect this season in historic Formula 4. The two leaders have checked out, and Callum Grant is pulling away from Rob Wainwright. Third, fourth and fifth though, very much battling hard. The two teammates now run side by side. It's Shaw on the inside, Tusting's on the outside. Who's going to be in front as they turn into Clairvaux? Well, Sims has got a good slipstream as well, but he's going to sit behind the two teammates. And sliding out wide, Tusting's over the well, looks like he's hit the tyre wall as well, so that'll be him out of the race. And Sims is now challenging Shaw through the chicane. There's just about enough room for the two of them to fit their way through, and it's still the car and the car of Tusting, of Mark Shaw even ahead. There's damage to the front of Danny Stanzel's car by the looks of things. They're almost three wide up ahead. This is Sims, Shaw and Robert Tusting. And Ben Tusting into the gravel, hit the tyre wall, hit out the race. Sims over the grass as he goes round the outside of Shaw to regain third position. Stanzel's looking to the inside of Robert Tusting. He can't find a way through though. So Sims, he's ahead of Shaw. You've got Robert Tusting and Danny Stanzel, third, fourth, fifth and sixth, all together heading through the Jim Clark S's. Through Sunny now with the Jomo of Sims, very sideways at the head of this train. Now Rob Tusting trying to challenge Mark Shaw. He looks to the inside, in towards the complex, but no, he can't find a way through. Instead it's Danny Stanzel trying to go around the outside. They stay in the same positions as they were. As they turn into the left-handed hairpin. Who's going to get a good exit to here? And for the run down towards Clairvaux. Already there is Callum Grant. He's completely checked out in this one. Look at the gap he's got to Rob Wainwright. Fantastic stuff from Grant. Look at the battle for third though. It's Mark Shaw ahead of Ben Sims. Sims was looking to the inside. There stands. We've got Buckton and Nuttall joining in this battle. Now it's a 6-car battle to be on the podium. They head through the chicane and down towards Tower Bend. A bit further back there's Andrew Wiggins. He's ahead of Roland Svensson and Perty Kaviri. On board with Robert Tusting though. Out of the chicane and down towards Tower. And just starting to break away is the Sims and Shaw battle, but they are side by side. It's Shaw on the inside, Sims coming around the inside. Sims has got ahead before the corner. In fact, it's the other way around, isn't it? It's Shaw getting ahead of Sims. So in third position is Mark Shaw. He has just passed Ben Sims. In towards the Jim Clark S's. Robert Tusting getting right onto the tail of Ben Sims, but Sims carrying the speed out of the S's and in towards Sunny. Robert Tusting maybe just losing out a touch through there. What about Will Nuttall? Well, he's trying to get ahead of James Buckton, isn't he? Out of Sunny, down towards the complex. He turns, and the Buckton and Nuttall duo just starting to fall away once more to the quartet ahead. Into the hairpin. Back on board we can go with Danny Stanzel, that flapping bodywork. Nevertheless, he's able to challenge Rob Tusting. 2 cars ahead, also going side by side into Clairvaux. Tusting later on the brakes ahead of Stanzel. It's Sims Shaw. Behind is still Buckton ahead of Nuttall with Ross Driver chasing them. On board with Danny Stanzel, who is getting a slipstream off of Robert Tusting. He's going to the outside for Tower Bend. Ben Sims just up ahead. They stay in the order as they were. Shaw ahead of Sims, then Tusting and Stanzel. Jim Clark-S is next. Super high speed section of this Croft circuit. See Buckton and Nuttall are back with them now. It's a 6-car train once more. Buckton looking to the inside of Stanzel. No way past there. Nuttall using all the road. Maybe a bit too much. I think he just kissed the grass there and that threw the car sideways. Down towards the complex. Sims. Is that him up at the top of this, at the front of this queue now? Yes, it does look like the Jomo. Down towards the hairpin. Left-hander hairpin that heads us onto the start and finish straight. Nuttall there getting a very good run, almost running to the back of James Buckton, it almost seemed there. Down towards Clairvaux now. Who's going to lead the train out of here? But it's still Sims. He's ahead of Shaw, and Stanzel really putting on the pressure to Rob Tusting. 6 of them still in the same order though. Ross Driver just started to fall back, it seems. Then we got Ed Thurston. He's ahead of David Wild. Danny Stanzel through the chicane. We ride on board with him as he puts the pressure onto Rob Tusting, heading down towards Tower Bend. He's going round the outside of Tusting here. Can he make it work? Well, Tusting's very late on the brakes and he's going to stay ahead of Danny Stanzel therefore. Very much last of the late breakers there was Tusting, just stay ahead. Down towards the Jim Clark-S's and it's absolutely manic behind as Buckton and Nuttall trying to find a way through too. Fantastic Formula Ford 1600 racing. In towards Sunny now we can turn. The Merlin heads the 2 Eldons. Then we have the Jamin we can ride on board with Will Nuttall. Through the complex. How about this man, Callum Grant? He's well ahead of anybody else. He's looking for a double victory here at Cadwell Park. Most winning driver of 2016 is Grant. Looking good to be heading out of Croft as the championship leader. However, he goes on a Sunday drive. The rest of the field are scrapping out of the hairpin, up across the line then for this battle. 3rd down to 8th. Board of Nuttall. Sims is 3rd. We've got Shaw, Tusting, Stanzel, Buckton and Nuttall. There's Tusting and Stanzel then, heading up towards the chicane. Super fast section of corners that is. Over the curve for Stanzel. Down the inside goes Stanzel, and he's going to get past Rob Tusting this time. Yes, he's through. Oh, and off into the gravel. Who's that? It seems he's not coming through on the timing screens on this lap. There's Mike Wales. He's just ahead of Louis Handel, heading up towards the chicane now. Here's Stanzel and Tusting heading out of Sunny down towards the complex. Stanzel flings his car through the corner. Down towards the hairpin now. Sims and Shaw still going at it ahead of us. Bit of traffic for Rob Wainwright to deal with in a moment. He continues to run second. There's a very sideways Ben Sims ahead of Mark Shaw. We've got Stanzel, Tusting, Buckton and Nuttall. Gap back to Ross Dryborough, who's now being chased by Ed Thurston and David Wild. Here's Ben Sims, well he's being passed, isn't he, by Mark Shaw. So Shaw going around the outside in towards Tower Bend. Sims trying to cling on the inside line. He levels with him through the corner, but Shaw on a quicker line goes through, and Rob Tusting repasses Danny Stanzel into the same corner. Stanzel carries so much speed through the corner, almost runs into the back of Tusting, but Tusting goes through. He's up to 5th ahead of Stanzel. Into the Jim Clark S's now, the left and right. Try and not run out wide to exceed the track limits that of course are heavily policed in the UK. Stanzel carrying a lot more speed in towards Sunny. The whole handful of oversteer there. Up towards the complex then. Running out a bit wide, possibly there Tusting. And they've got to lap the slower car too. Huge slide out of there for Stanzel. Nose to tail, 3rd and 4th. Shaw and Sims. Sims right underneath Shaw. Shaw defending hard down towards Clairvaux. So Sims is looking to the outside. Can he find a way through? No, he can't. Shaw stays ahead of Sims. And then we got Tusting. Then we have Stanzel, Buckton and Nuttall. Sims looking to the inside now. Up towards the chicane. They're side by side. Sims goes through. He's up into 3rd position again. Nice move that from Ben Sims as Shaw slid out wide, he ducked down the inside. There's John Hayes Harlow ahead of Alex Meek. Next car having a bit of a lonely race there through is James Lovett. One of the Neil Fowler cars. Another of those cars is Robert Tusting. He's ahead of Danny Stanzel. Through Sunny they go, absolutely together. Into the complex. Oh, and Tusting slides out extremely wide there. He seems to carry the speed through okay. Into the hairpin. Big snatch of oversteer there from Stanzel, and that's lost him time on corner exit. Will he be challenged into Clairvaux? Yes, round the outside comes James Buckton. Stanzel really late on the brakes there, and had to back out of it because he almost ran into the back of Buckton, and that's allowed Will Nuttall through. And Mark Shaw's been caught by Robert Tusting here. Tusting going through on the run down towards Tower Bend. He's going through up into 4th position. Or is he? Because Shaw's late on the brakes. Shaw's back into 4th. Oh, did Shaw miss a gear or something there? Heading down towards the Jim Clark S's, because suddenly Tusting caught him. He had to just roll out the throttle there to avoid contact. What a race this has been though. Bit lonely for Grant and Wainwright up the front, and Shaw runs out wide and Tusting goes through. He's back into 4th. So much action in this group from 3rd back to 8th. This is the final lap. Is Robert Tusting going to claim 4th position? That mistake from Mark Shaw through Sunny being costly. Danny Stanzel trying to get back on terms with them, as of course he lost out on the last lap. Oh, and now he spins into the hairpin. He rotates the car, he'll get back going. Shouldn't lose any time, any positions though. And up across the line, and to Robert Tusting, very pleased with that. A great run from him. Ben Sims, he took third. It was second for Rob Wainwright. But it's a fantastic 13.3 second victory from Callum Grant. What a drive from second with Wainwright, third stint, fourth Tusting. Mark Shaw held on for fifth ahead of James Buxton and Will Nuttall. The spinning Danny Stanton still finished 8th edge first, and on a good run from him. He took 9th ahead of David Wilde and Ross Driver. Roland Spencer and Percy Kaviri finished 12th and 13th ahead of Andrew Wiggins and Cormac Flanagan. John Hayes Harlow, Alex Meek, Roy Sawerju, Jeff Underwood and Dick Dixon completed the top 20. Next up is a double header at the Gold Cup, which takes place at Oldham Park.